takedown. Napa-takedown ko po in just 7 working days. At 2 tao lang pong inassign ko para tutukan yun. Whereas siya, mahigit 800 ang kanyang mga tao, by the hundreds of millions of pesos ang kanyang budget kada taon. Demand the resignation of FDA Director General Paulo Teston. FDA Director Paulo Teston, kung meron pang natitiyang hiya sa mukha mo, mag-resign ka na kasi inutil ka. Show to the people that you value their health more than anything else. Mr. President, my dear colleagues, thank you for listening, and I hope for
Senator Rafi Tulfo is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Distinguished colleagues, I will not take much of your time today. I just believe that learning could be taken from the matter that I wish to bring before this body. Mr. President, under Article 11 on accountability of public officers of our Constitution, it is stated that public officers and employees must at all times be accountable to the people, serve them with utmost responsibility, integrity, loyalty, and efficiency. The past few months we've been focused on the lack of integrity in government officials because of the flood control project issues. But we forget that corruption also happens because the government is inefficient and incompetent. During the recent budget season, I saw how incompetence creates fertile ground for corruption, making it easy to exploit the system to create illegal opportunities without detection. Ang pinagtutunghan ko po ay ang Food and Drug Administration or FDA. During the October 1 DOH budget hearing, I criticized FDA for its negligence on the continued sale of unregistered products that pose health risk. Bakit pala sila issue ng mga health advisory warning kung wala man lang effort on their part to implement these advisories? The FDA defended itself by saying it only has 890 plantilla employees, which limits its ability daw to monitor the banned products. But this is really unacceptable. Kung ayaw, maraming dahilan. If FDA is really serious, they can assign people to monitor these cases by simply calling drugstores, shops, and online marketplaces to check if they are still selling banned products. Or they can even utilize AI, develop a program that would make the job easier for them. At that point, I directly challenged FDA Director General Paulo Teston that if by next hearing these banned products are still being sold in the market, he should resign from his post because the public is clearly not benefiting from his leadership. True to FDA's poor reputation, they sent out a letter to Shopee, Lazada, and TikTok only on this November 7th, more than a month after the hearing. That is why, during the subsequent plenary budget debates on November 26, I was no longer surprised that the prohibited products were still available online. Thus, I confronted FDA again to DOH Secretary Ted Herbosa. Mr. President, I would like to show a short video of what transpired. So since the last hearing, up to now, wala pa rin pong ginawa, Mr. President, ang FDA. And I still have the list of the same products. Pero sabi ko kanina ng FDA, Mr. President, November 7 lang nagpadala ng letters, so it took them more than a month to just send a letter to different online platforms. Napakabagal, Mr. President. Gusto ko po mag-hain ng challenge sa FDA for the second time. What if my office or Rafi Tulfo in Action maka-take down yan in 1 week or less? Will you? Since the last hearing, up to now, wala pa rin pong ginawa, Mr. President, ang FDA. And I still have the list of the same products. Pero sabi ko kanina ng FDA, Mr. President, November 7 lang nagpadala ng letters, so it took them more than a month to just send a letter to different online platforms. Napakabagal, Mr. President. Gusto ko po mag-hain ng challenge sa FDA for the second time. What if my office or Rafi Tulfo in Action maka-take down yan in 1 week or less? Will you ask him to resign? Challenge taken.
Sumagot na po ng yes si
Yes.
Secretary, Mr.
Thank you.
President.
Thank you very much. So I'm calling on your Secretary Bosa, make good on your promise on accepting my challenge at that time that you will ask Bosa to resign dahil napaka-inutil ng taong yan. Yung isang dekada niyang mahigit na hindi niya ma-take down, Mr. President, na ilang buwan o taon ng mga produkto hindi niya ma-take down. Napa-take down ko po in just 7 working days. At 2 tao lang pong inassign ko para tutukan yun. Whereas siya, mahigit 800 ang kanyang mga tao by the hundreds of millions of pesos ang kanyang budget kada taon. Mr. President, the most recent challenge I posed to FDA said that if I could have mentioned the mentioned products and accounts removed by Shopee, Lazada, and TikTok within 7 days, Director General Teston should resign. At again, sinabi nga po ni Secretary Bosa, challenge accepted. The deadline was December 9, 2025. Ipapakita ko po sa inyo na with just 2 of my staff working, nagawa po namin ang trabaho na hindi niya kayang gawin sa loob ng mahigit 1 dekada at sa ibang mga produkto. Taon nang inaabot at buwan pa. Every day after that, we would message the point person of Shopee, Lazada, and TikTok asking for the status for request. It just takes a few minutes every day to do that. December 9, 700 products, 700 product listings have been taken down. 373 by Lazada, 189 by Shopee, and 138 by TikTok Shop. By now, there are already 909 listings taken down. With little manpower, we were able to do what FDA could not do for decades, more than a decade, for years, for months, in some products. Ano po ang tawag dito? Dalawa lang po. Bakit tatlo? Dalawa lang. Tamat, inutil, o kurakot. Dahil tumatanggap doon sa mga hindi nila mapa-take down ng mga produkto na sinasabi nila mismo na harmful po for human consumption, mapanganib, kaya nagbigay po sila ng warning. Mr. President, FDA's mandate is to ensure the safety, efficacy, or quality of health products or consumer products that may have an effect on health. But more than just protecting the people's health, what we don't immediately realize is that FDA regulates so many businesses, food, drugs, cosmetics, medical devices, household and urban pesticide products, and other household and urban hazardous substances. The value of these businesses reached about 7.2 trillion pesos. Ang laking pagkukurkutan. Trilyon. Ang laking halaga ng negosyo ang nasa kamay ng FDA. And with FDA topping the list of most complaint agency from January to August 2025 by the Anti-Red Tape Authority or ARTA, medyo mapapaisip po kayo. Ano ba talaga ang nangyari dyan sa FDA? Based on our verification with ARTA, the reason for the complaints is often failed to process on time. Maraming unregistered products online kasi ang tagal nila mag-process, baka nag-aantay ng lagay. Kaya dahil alam nila na papasa ang produkto nila at safe ito, kaya itong ibang mga pharmaceutical companies, nagbebenta na lang para hindi masayang opportunity. For example, after October 1 budget hearing, where I mentioned unregistered products being sold in Watsons, such as popular brand products of Biotin and Lumi, because they were called out, Watsons removed the products from their online platform, Motopropio. Well, actually, after they were called out, that's when they act on it and remove their products online. But a few days after, FDA finally approved these products. Sabi siguro ng FDA, sayang kung hindi kami napatulfo. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin sanang, alam niyo na walang tuloy ng kita ang FDA. FDA is purely reactive and not proactive and definitely not productive. May isa pa pong nakarating sa akin na modus ng FDA kung saan iniipit po nila ang ilang maliliit na pharmaceutical companies, local pharmaceutical companies. Tulad nitong insect killer na Stride, na water-based insect repellent. Safe na, mura pa. 5 taon na sila sa merkado at walang reklamo. Pero noong 2022, bigla na lang nilang hindi ni-renew ang Certificate of Product Registration ng nasabing produkto. At kung ano-ano mga dahilan ang binibigay kung bakit ayaw nilang i-renew hanggang sa napagod na yung manufacturer, hindi na lang po tinuloy ang pagbenta ng napakaganda sanang strike product. Samantala, agad-agad, isang multinational company naglabas ng parehong produkto, parehong technology, na mas mahal. Biglang kumalat sa merkado. And very obvious, pinatay nila ang isang produkto na mura na galing sa isang maliit na pharmaceutical company para itong malaking multinational company come up with the same product and much expensive para maaprubahan, mapunta sa market. And of course, hindi naman siguro tayo mga elementary at alam na natin kung anong dahilan. Again, ang dahilan ay salapi. Now, the public is stuck with these expensive products kasi nga, mas mahal ang mga multinational companies na malaki ang ginagastos sa advertising at marketing. Ito rin ang nangyari sa ibang mga gamot kung saan mas nakakabenta ang mga multinational pharmaceutical companies dahil sa gastos ng mga sa medrep, sa mga seminars ng mga doktor, hotel, airplane tickets, and tours. Yan po isang dahilan kung bakit napakamahal po ng napakarami nating mga gamot na hindi kayang bilhin ng mga ordinary mamamayan dahil nga po gumagastos ng mga multinational companies ng milyon-milyon, daan-daan milyon kada taon para sa isang produkto. Whereas the small multinational companies, they don't have that budget. Therefore, wala din silang panglagay, hindi na po inaprubahan ang kanilang certification product or CPR, Certificate of Product Registration, after a year na matagal na tinatangkilik na sa merkado. Sa medium-sized pharmaceutical companies, just word of mouth po ang nangyari kaya mas mura ang mga produkto nila. Pero sila po ang pinahirapan ng FDA dahil wala nga po silang panglagay. Anyari FDA, hindi lang po kayo tamad at inutil, panigurado, talamak din ang korupsyon sa FDA. Kahit ano pang sagot, there is something wrong. It is bothering that we spend so much money on trying to deliver health services to our people when here is an agency under the DOH doing the exact opposite. Ang FDA ang nagiging dahilan bakit nagkakasakit palalo ang mga tao dahil hindi nila ginagawa ang kanilang trabaho. Mapanganib sa kalusugan ang ilan sa mga produktong pinatanggal po namin. Pinatake down namin. Tulad ng Hokkaido sleeping pills. Hokkaido slimming pills na may amphetamine na sangkop sa shabu. Ang ibang produkto naman ay maaaring magdulot ng severe heart, kidney, hormonal, and neurological complications, including cancer risk, dangerous blood pressure changes, and life-threatening electrolyte imbalances. Hindi po ginawa ng FDA ang trabaho, pinabayaan lang po ng mamayagpag, patuloy pa rin na mabibilihan sa merkado through online. Mr. President, under Internet Transaction Act of 2023, Shopee, Lazada, or TikTok Shop as an e-marketplace is expressly required to prohibit the sale of regulated goods unless the necessary permits and license information are provided and sellers are contractually obliged to follow all applicable sale procedures and limitations. They are likewise mandated to provide an effective and responsive redress mechanism for reporting listings that violate Philippine laws. My office used these as basis to have the products taken down from their platform, and they complied accordingly. Ano pong mahirap doon, FDA? That is not even my office's mandate and expertise, and yet we were able to do it. Indeed, there's a need to cleanse the ranks of FDA. Nakailang palit na po ang head dyan. Wala pa rin po nagbabago. It seems that they have not found one with a stern hand na magtatanggal na masasamang damo sa FDA. Dahil meron pong madami dyan, inutil, tamad at corrupt. Again, we spend so much money on health to address the medical concerns of our people. So it is unacceptable that if the people get sick because of this government agency and the DOH, what should we do? Secretary Bosa, make true to your word for the sake of the health of the Filipino people. Demand the resignation of FDA Director General Paulo Teston. FDA Director Paulo Teston, kung meron pang natitiyang hiya sa mukha mo, mag-resign ka na kasi inutil ka. Show to the people that you value their health more than anything else. Mr. President, my dear colleagues, thank you for listening, and I hope for everyone's support regarding this matter. Magandang hapon po.
Thank you. Senator Rapi Tulfo, earlier during the budget deliberations, I remember you challenged the Secretary of Health.
Yes.
So,
Mr. President,
if you can do it in
yes.
1 week, will he resign?
Yes,
did
Mr. President.
Did he accept the challenge?
Challenge accepted, Mr. President.
And where is he now?
I don't know, the FDA Director General still at the FDA, maybe picking his nose. Mr. President.
Right.
Mr.
So,
President,
Benita?
we have several members who wish to interpolate the good gentleman with his permission, of course. We have Senator Rodante Marcoleta, and afterwards will be Senator Lauren Nigar. And
All right,
Senator Rizal de Dapsus.
So, age before beauty. Senator Dante Marcoleta is recognized.
Salamat po, Mr. President. Mr. President, naiintindihan ko po yung frustrations ng ating kasama sa kanyang pagpapahayag sa magitan ng kanyang privilege speech. Ngayong hapon, kagaya po niya ay ang representasyong ito po ay biktima rin ng ganyang klaseng mga dapat na i-take down sa ating internet. Ngunit sa kabagalan po ng mga hensyang na kinaukulan dito, natili po tayong naapektuhan ng mga bagay na ito. Ang binabanggit ko po ay yung ating tinake up kanina, Mr. President, na kung saan ay isa sa inyong panukalang batas ay ating na-discuss. At kagaya nga po ng aking naibahagi, Mr. President, ako po ay naging biktima ng napakaraming fake news na sa ngayon ay nabibilang na, may panglima na po. Kagaya po ng frustrations ng ating kasama, Mr. President, yung dalawa po ay ginawan namin ng paraan lang, Mr. President. Ibig sabihin, kagaya ng ating kasama, Senator Rafi, ang opisina niya ang mismong nag-initiate. Inabot yata ng halos 1 linggo bago niya ma-take down yung mga bagay na gusto niyang maalis. Kami po naman ay nagkapalat, Mr. President, na yung unang dalawa, dahil na rin po sa aming sariling pagsisikap, ay na-take down po namin yung unang dalawa. Yung pangatlo po ay napababa namin, na-demote namin, ibig sabihin, nandun pa rin sa internet, pero kukunti na lang ang nakakakita. Hopefully sana ay ma-take down din yon. Meron po pong dalawang natitira, na yan po ang aming pagsisikapan na maalis, sapagkat nagsisilbi po ang pandaraya at panlilinlang sa ating mga kababayan. Gusto ko pong i-congratulate ang ating kasama sapagkat sa kanyang sariling initiative na gawa niya yun, at alam ko kanyang frustrations kagaya ko rin, kung hindi pa pala kami ay gagawa, Mr. President, kung ito pala ay iiwanan namin sa mga ahensya na may kinauukulan, ay magtatagal pa pala, kagaya po ng na-experience ng ating kasama, Mr. President. Paano po kaya kung hindi natin gagawin? If we will not fend for ourselves, at hahayaan natin ang mga ahensya na may pananagutan at may responsibilidad, sana sila ang magsikap na gawin lahat ito upang sa ganun ay mailigtas ang lahat ng ating kababayan. Hindi lamang po tayo na kung minsan ay napaparatangan ng kung ano-ano nang dahil lamang sa mga maling, mga fake news na yan, na kung tawagin nga ngayon ay disinformation and misinformation. Gusto ko lang pong itanong siguro sa ating kasama, Mr. President, kayo po ay nagmungkahi na hamunin nyo ng resignation yung mga opisyal na may kinalaman dito. Yun din po ba ang suggestion nyo po sa mga mabagal na opisyalis ng mga hensya po na may kinalaman sa pag-take down ng mga fake news, Mr. Senator?
Opo, Mr. President, I agree with you totally. Pero sa kaso ko po kasi, dekada na yung isang produkto, 12 years na hindi pa mapa-take down sa mga online platform ng FDA, yung iba ilang taon, yung iba ilang buwan na, hindi po ma-take down ng FDA. Kaya talagang sobrang ang frustration ko po. Kaya nag-challenge na po ako sa FDA Director himself and then sa DOH Secretary na kung after 1 week magagawa ko, in 7 working days magagawa ko mag-resign si FDA Director. Pumayag naman si Secretary Hermosa, DOH Secretary, na kung saan sa ilalim po, napapalin po ang FDA. Pero yes, I agree with you. Sana yung mga kawani ng gobyerno na hindi ginagawa yung kanilang trabaho, dapat po talaga mag-resign. Bakit pa sila manungkulan sa gobyerno kung hindi nila kayang gampanan yung responsibilities na kanila po ang nakaatas sa kanila, kaya sila po nandun sa kanilang position po.
Sa mga Mr. President, kaya mo lang na isuggest na imungkahi na sila'y magsipagbitiw sa tungkulin nang dahil siguro sa frustration mo na napakatagal na panahon pa lang pinaghintay mo na gawan nila ng paraan ang nirereklamo mo.
Yes, Mr. President. Opo.
Ako naman po halos 2 buwan pa lang, Mr. President, kaya makakapagpasensya po ako. Ngunit kapag inabot po ito na 6 months, palagay ko po ikokopyahin ko na po yung ginawa ng ating kasama, Mr. President. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Thank you po,
Thank you,
Mr. President.
Senator Marcoleta. Senator Loni Legarda is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to associate myself with the sponsor on being vigilant over the incompetence and corruption in government, in the executive department, especially these agencies of government. Would a good sponsor, gentlemen, yield to some questions that will enlighten me so that we can find the solution to this problem of, unregulated, unauthorized selling of drugs and other products?
Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you. How many, can you enlighten me, how many of these products are being sold without FDA approval, Mr. President?
Hundreds of them, Mr. President.
And from what I heard from your interpellation, It's not a few days, weeks, or months. It's been years, Mr. President.
Yes,
And-
Mr. President. There's this product na 12 years na po na nasa merkado at sabi ko nga po yung meron po itong halong amphetamine at we know naman kung ano itong amphetamine, anong side effect na dulot nito dahil ito po isang cup sa shabu. Hindi mapa-take down ng FDA at may mga products naman na nasa kanilang advisory na winawarning ang publiko na it's not fit for human consumption, therefore do not buy. Years, meron pang buwan, hindi po nila mapatake yung takedown but I was able to take it down with just two stuff lang ginamit ko, dalawang stuff ko lang ginamit, napatake down po agad namin in 7 working days.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I know, ano po ang naging dahilan sa inyo ng FDA at ng DOH nung plenary at saka sa inyong mga follow-up kung bakit hindi nila kayang ipa-take down, kayo po ay ilang araw lang napatake down
Opo.
sa inyong staff?
Well, ang sagot po ng FDA, 800 lang daw po ang tao nila, kulang pa po daw. Samantalang 2 tao ko lang po ang gumawa ng aksyon para mapatake down yung mga produkto na sabi nila, wag tangkilikin.
Ngayon po, anong produkto po yun na napatake down ng inyong opisina na ilang taon pong hindi mapatake down ng FDA?
Yung pong Hokkaido Slimming Pills,
Ito yung sabi nyo merong
amphetamine content.
amphetamine content na
Since January 2013 pa po ito.
yung amphetamine ba ay ingredient ng shabu?
Opo, mapanganib po yan.
Wow.
At nag-check na po kami sa mga medical experts.
So kung hindi po nyo tinake down, binebenta po sa Pilipinas na walang FDA approval, in fact, bawal na substance off the counter.
Yes, Mr. President, meron ng warning ang FDA yung sa risk ng pag-take nitong pills, slimming pills na ito. Yung Hokkaido Slimming Pills, since January 8, 2013 pa sila nagbigay ng advisory ng warning. And yet, they weren't doing anything kasi 800 lang itong mga tao nila, kaya kulang daw.
Ngayon po, may binebenta ba ho sa mga drugstore at sa mga tindahan at online pa ng produktong yan na merong amphetamine na sabi nyo ingredient sa shabu?
Sa online po, tinawagan namin yung mga malalaking online platform tulad ng Shopee, Lazada, at saka TikTok. Yeah. At yung tatlo po, nag-oblige naman, tinake down nila. Pero meron pa ata siguro sa mga ilan-ilan na maliliit na online platform, meron din siguro dyan sa mga tindahan, sa Binondo, na hanggang ngayon malamang ay nagbebenta pa rin. Which I've been telling FDA, meron naman silang tao, 800, I think that's too much. A lot na yan, dapat meron silang monitoring unit. After makapag-issue sila ng advisory, i-monitor kung nabibenta pa rin ba sa mga merkado at meron naman din silang enforcement unit, armed, na pwede mag-conduct ng raid. And they can do that, but they're not doing it.
Mr. President, ito bang mga produktong ito ay Philippine-made or imported?
These are imported, Mr. President.
Imported. Paano po nakakapasok dito at dapat by now, hindi lang yung pagbebenta po sa online or sa mga drugstores or tindahan, pero hindi dapat nakakapasok at all kung ito'y pinapagbawal na mga, would you consider them gamot, vitamins? Anong tawag po sa mga produktong ito?
Smuggled siguro yan, Mr. President, is either sa pier or sa airport, but most likely I think pwede na siguro to our international airports, napapasok po yan. Tama po kayo, dapat meron ding coordination ang FDA sa Bureau of Customs para warningan yung mga Bureau of Customs personnel pag nakita itong mga produkto na ito, kumpiskahin at sunugin, etc., which they're not doing, Mr. President.
Tama po kayo. So, now, hindi lang po isang ahensya ng gobyerno, hindi lang po FDA, which is under DOH, pati na Bureau of Customs. Kasi yung pagbebenta ay isang bagay, yung pagmamonitor, and that shows the seemingly the incompetence of FDA na hindi nila magawa yung nagawa ko ng inyong tanggapan, bakit po nakakapasok kung imported naman ito, right?
Smuggling nga, Mr. President.
Yes, so we should, and how many other products are in this same...
Well, in fairness of Bureau of Customs, Mr. President, maybe the Bureau of Customs wasn't informed by FDA na these are the products na dapat bantayan ninyo pag pumasok to, kumpiskay ninyo, etc. I don't think FDA did just that, Mr. President.
Mr. President, ito po ay hindi rehistrado dahil ba ho na pagbawal dahil nga sa maling o masamang ingredient or hindi po sumunod lang ng proseso at kung susunod ng proseso ay maaring mabigyan ng permiso?
Dalawa po, Mr. President. Thank you for bringing that up. Number one, siguro sa ginawa nilang investigasyon o nakarating sa kanilang informasyon na mapanganib po ito sa kalusugan, kaya huwag niyong tangkilikin. And then number two, maaring safe yung product, hindi lang ma-register because alam na natin bakit ayaw i-register dahil nga po kulang sa lagay, walang lagay at all, kaya iniipit po ng FDA. So ang ginagawa nila, habang wala pa silang hindi pa registered, binibenta nila sa merkado. So unregistered ang tawag noon. Meron din advisory yon. So ngayon, imbis na i-raid nila, kasi hindi registered hulihin nila, piskahin nila, wala po silang ginagawa. Maybe, nalagyan na sila.
So, Mr. President, this is just one example.
FDA, I mean.
This is just one of the many examples of a product which is either not effective, has no permit, no registration, and at worst, harmful to a person's health. Sigurado ako, may mga naapektuhan nito adversely, may mga harmful effects na nagsumbong sa inyong tanggapan o sa inyong popular na YouTube program.
Thank you,
Sigurado
Mr.
ako, marami nang na-apekto dito. May I know what are the effects that you know for those who have taken this unregistered products?
Well, some products are unregistered na sinasabi ng FDA sa warning nila ay huwag tangkaling panganib. It may cause cancer, cause bleeding, it may cause neurological side effect, etc. And all those health risks na pwedeng mangyari doon sa magtitake ng sinasabi nilang mapanganib na produkto.
Isa lang po ito. Ilan pa po ang mga similarly situated na mga produkto na harmful sa ating kalusugan na hindi dumaan sa proseso at walang FDA permit? At pangatlo ay laganap pa rin maski pinagbawal na.
Yes, Mr. President, thank you for that question. Kasi, Mr. President, what we did, pumunta kami sa website ng FDA na tinignan namin isa-isa kung ano yung mga products na nagbigay sila ng warning na unregistered, mapanganib, kaya pag-ingat, etc. Inisa-isa po namin yan and then lahat po yun ay pinadala namin sa Shopee kasi tinignan namin Lazada and TikTok. And fortunately, these companies, nag-oblige naman, pinagbigyan kami at tinake down after na sulatan namin. Sila.
May I suggest that maybe you've done it already because of your very wide viewership, 30 million in your social media platform in YouTube. Kung ilagay po nyo yung mga produkto at yung masamang epekto sa kalusugan at kung sabihin nyo may ingredient dyan na nasa shabu din ay makakasama sa tao because hindi lahat ay merong ganyang impormasyon ay maaring ma-warningan ang mga taong bibili pa ng mga produkto niyan kasi lagana pa po sa merkado. So, while government is not acting urgently on a health issue or a health emergency by taking away access to harmful health products, I think information so that to scare the people, huwag niyong tatanggilikin ito dahil ito'y hindi lamang illegal kundi masama sa inyong kalusugan. Because as we speak, people may be buying it. Baka may nagsasabi, ito slimming, ito makakaganda sa'yo, tapos makakasama sa kanilang kalusugan.
Yes, Mr. President, thank you. Pinost ko po yun, yung mga product na sabi ng FDA na mapanganib tulad ng Hokkaido Slimming Pills sa Facebook account ko. Pero ang akin pong advice sa lahat ng makakapanood nito, makakarinig sa atin ngayon, i-check nyo po ang website ng FDA. Nandun po yung complete list ng mga sinasabi ng mga registered products, mga products na dapat hindi tangkilikin, all they need to do is go to that website at makita nila kung yung bang binibili nila, ginagamit nila araw-araw ay nandoon ba o wala. Pag wala doon, then ibig sabihin safe. Pag nandoon, then wag niyong tangkilikin. Kasi yung pong sabi ng FDA. Or, some of these products, safe naman talaga dahil walang lagay, pwede rin pong nilalagay na lang doon. Warning. Ngayon, pag nagbigay na, o di, papabayaan na lang FDA. Alisin na nila buburahin nila sa kanilang advisory. Kasi nakapaglagay na eh.
That's also dangerous, Mr. President, dahil hindi base sa siyensya o sa tamang datos, kundi dahil sa korupsyon, kaya nawawala sa listahan or nalalagay sa listahan.
Yes,
And
Mr. President.
I join
that's
Your Honor in calling for FDA to shape up. I know there's a new FDA head, Attorney Paulo Teston. Siya ba ang sumagot ng mga tanong ninyo nung plenary session natin sa budget?
No, Mr. President, he wasn't here at that time, but his Alipores, his minion, was present at that time. But I was able to talk to Secretary Herbosa. That's where I posed my challenge to him during the budget hearing. And Secretary Herbosa said, challenge accepted. Kasi sabi ko, paano ko pag hindi pa take down ni, anong tawag, ni Paulo Deston, itong mga unregistered products, ang mga products are dangerous for years and months. Kung mapatake doon ko in 7 working days, I think I repeated it twice. Pag-resignin mo ba? Yung FDA Director General mo. And he said, yes. Kaya nga po, sinisingil ko na ngayon si Secretary Bosa na pag-resignin na po si Deston dahil inutil naman po talaga.
So this is a call to action to the FDA head. I don't know him personally. Again, nothing personal. Attorney Paulo Teston, Secretary Herbosa as well, and all other government agencies who are not doing their job, who are instead causing harm to the Filipino people because of their inaction or because of possible and alleged corruption, because of government inefficiency, and because of this complacency in implementing all the pertinent rules and laws that we want.
Yes,
So I
Mr.
join Your Honor in making that call. And I think you may call that person to your office along with the the health advocates in this chamber. So
Hindi
that
ko na, ayokong patawag sa office ko, baka mapatukan ko lang, Mr. President.
ako pong aawat sa inyong pagbatok at but levity aside, Mr. President. So thank you for bringing up oftentimes the consumer concerns dahil madalas ang mga consumers ay walang plataforma na mag-angal, magbigay ng kanilang mga hinaing, and thank you for bringing that up. So I could not stop myself from rising today to join that call for efficiency, for transparency, accountability. Tayo we elected officials are being held to be efficient, transparent, accountable. Paano naman itong mga ahensya ng gobyerno who are supposed to be directly serving our people? And harmful products are hurting the Filipino public without their knowing. So incompetence and inefficiency can lead to death, can lead to adverse effects of health.
Thank you, Mr. President. Exactly. You said can lead to health risk. Kasi, alam mo, let's talk about delays. Yung mga incompetent, mga taga-gobyerno sa ibang agency, their incompetency might not kill people. Pero sa FDA, napaka-sensitive po ng kanilang trabaho. We're talking about drugs, food, na kinakain pupot sa loob ng system ng tao. So, in the long run, some of them might die, some of them might get cancer or any other mga sakit na dulot o mga gamot na sinasabi nilang dapat huwag tangkilikin. Like again, pag merong isang incompetent dyan, let's say sa LTO, mabagal po mag-issue ng driver's license. Walang mamamatay. Wala po magkasakit. Sa FDA, mabagal sila magpa-take down ng mga gamot na sinasabi nilang bawal. Maaaring may mamatay, maaaring may magkasakit na cancer. Yan po yung difference doon.
Mr. President, I don't think we should stop with this conversation in plenary today. I would again suggest to call the person, the head of the agency. Again, nothing personal. We don't even know that person. And I would encourage you to do this for every agency of government. And I will join you in holding them accountable. Kasi po, ang katangahan, ang katamaran, ang walang bahala sa trabaho ay maaring makamatay ng Pilipino.
Thank you.
Salamat po, Mr. President. We know that this agency is the most complained about, as you mentioned, according to our law on the
ARTA.
ARTA law.
Yes.
So I join you, and I would like to join you in the meeting if that is held in the next few days, even before Christmas. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
President.
you, Mr. President. Thank you. Mr. President,
Senator
Lisa.
Senator Risa Ontiveros recognized. I'm sorry.
Salamat po, Mr. President. Okay lang po yun. Maikling manifestation lamang po, good gentleman mula sa Isabela. Salamat po, Sen. Rafi, para sa muling pagbibigay diin dito sa mga peligroso, unregulated at unregistered health products na napakadaling bilhin online. Kaisa po kayo sa pag-aalala dito. Kaya nga hinain ko po ang Senate Resolution number 194 na tungkol rin sa mga health risks ng mga produktong ito. Kahit nagbabala na ang FDA at pati ang DOH, at may mga nabalitaan na rin kami na pabata ng pabata ang mga dinadialysis dahil sa paggamit ng mga unregulated supplements na nabili nila online, mukhang hindi sapat na mag-warning lang. Kailangan talaga na higpitan ang enforcement at pagbutihin ang capacity ng ating mga health and regulatory authorities. Asahan niyo po na ang Committee on Health and Demography ay iimbestigahan itong issue na to in aid of legislation upang palakasin ang regulasyon at proteksyon sa kalusugan at karapatan ng ating mga mamamayan. Salamat po muli sa good gentleman. Salamat po, Mr. President.
If I may, Mr. President, already filed a resolution number 189 directing the Senate Committee on Health and Demography to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation into the failure of the Food and Drug Administration to enforce regulations against the sale of unregistered and unsafe products online and in stores. At saka isa pa, Mr. President, may dagdag ko, many months ago, kumalat po yung bentahan ng vape sa online na marijuana na wala pong ginawa ang FDA. Nung kinall out ko po yung attention during a hearing, agad-agad, matik, natanggal po mga yun at wala na po. Pero kung hindi ko pa po kinall attention ng FDA at yung Shopee at Lazada, binibenta po yung marijuana online at sa pamagitan ng vape. Kaya dito talaga makikita na sobrang inutil ng FDA. President, thank you po.
All right, thank you.